Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to another Living World of Darkness. Rage across New York, the werewolf venue. This scene set, I'm guessing, in the Tellurian on the Sept of the Green, Central Park. Teresa has messaged Alonna and Saoirse both uh, to meet up with her as she has something she wishes to discuss.
Yep. She would have made a specific note though. She'll just say, once you get to the park, um, step to the side.
Alrighty. So I guess if we were told to meet her in the Umbra, then Alana would have been in the Umbra, as I'm assuming Saoirse would have been as well.
Yep.
Okay.
And did she say where particularly to meet her, or?
Um, Not quite. Although it's really hard to miss a flying woman in the Umbra.
Fair?
What?
I said fair. Fair enough.
Oh, fair. I said bear. I was like, what?
Um,
All right.
so Alana and I suppose Saoirse will be approaching said flying woman. Mm-hmm.
Which she will land very quickly on seeing them and say, "Hey, you two, how's it going?"
Alana looks disturbed, troubled. I've been better.
What's
What
going?
happened?
I talked to the trap.
Talk to the trap.
I the trap that was used to catch him, catch all of them.
Uh,
Oh no.
Teresa still don't look like she's following.
It won't say, or maybe it doesn't remember who placed it.
Can you please elaborate what trap used to catch what?
Oh, right. So you've heard that something happened with Great White Mouse, right?
Oh yeah, I heard that someone broke Great White Mouse's ban.
Aye, they caught a bag full of rats using a trap. I found that trap, and we've now spoken to it, trying to confirm the identity of who placed it, even though we've all, as last I heard, we had all but a confession. I don't know if Wormsbane's actually gotten anything from him or not. But we wanted as much confirming evidence as possible so that we weren't going off half cocked. Unfortunately, the only thing the trap remembers are the kills. Some of them dying quickly. Some of them being left there, dying a slow, painful death, struggling to the last breath. And it just kept playing them over and over. It's laughter ringing through your ears as you hear each snop of the trap, each cockle, the bone breaking gasps of life from each little creature. It was disturbing, to say the least.
She'll kind of start.
Saoirse.
Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say that Saoirse has a somber expression on her face.
That's yeah, I can see why that would be tough to listen through. Um, if you need to talk about it or anything, you got me, and I presume you also have Saoirse.
Aye, that she does.
Thank you. I'll keep that in mind. Trying to get some of the theurges together to meet with Wormsbane and Predator's Focus to
Spe-
decide on the punishment that's appropriate.
Speaking of keeping in mind and having, well, people to lean on, this is going to seem like a bit of a strange question, but do you two trust me?
Alana gives a perplexed look.
Saoirse nods. Aye, Raya, I do.
And she'll look to Alana.
If I didn't trust you, I wouldn't have asked to be in your pack.
That's a fair enough question. As Teresa reaches into her back pocket and she just has a revolver in her hands, in her hand, and she'll just kind of do the thing where she'll whip out the actual revolving magazine, as it were. Look at it, spin it, and then lock it back into place. Then, I'm not exactly the best at expressing myself. So, I'm going to demonstrate my trust for you the best way that I know how. And Teresa hands Alana the gun.
Alright. Are we playing Russian roulette or something?
Does Alana take the gun?
Yes, she does.
All right. Teresa will, as she holds the gun, as Alana holds the gun, level the revolver directly to her forehead and say something like that.
So is this a test to see if you trust me enough not to pull the trigger, or that I trust you enough to pull the trigger knowing that you'll survive?
Up to you.
Can she see where the bullets are in this? Or has it got the full cover?
No. It's got the full cover on it.
Oh, she does not like this choice decisions. She closes her eyes and turns her head slightly and squeezes the trigger. She's never fired a gun before.
And nothing happens.
Saoirse is
As,
standing there with a slightly mortified expression on her face.
as she hears the click, Teresa will open her eyes. See? All good. And as you pull the trigger, Alonna, that it's almost like pulling the trigger has placed you in the pack, as it were. If she so wants to.
Oh, she does.
Okay, but yeah.
She'll hand off the gun to Saoirse.
Saoirse has never fired a gun before either. um, so her hands are kind of shaking. She saw Alonna do it. She has eidetic memory, so she can probably replicate it.
Yep. Teresa as a lot as Saoirse is shaking, she'll just say, "How much you'll throw off your aim."
She takes a deep breath, steadies herself. All right, Raya. And then she pulls back the hammer and pulls the trigger.
And nothing happens.
She was holding her breath as she was pulling the trigger, and when she hears the gun click, she just lets out this long breath, like, whoa.
Saoirse, what happened? I just shot a Foster in the face, Ryan.
Right?
And it's the same thing for you as you pull the trigger. Even though nothing happens, you do feel yourself being a part of something a bit greater.
She smiles. That was a bit dramatic way to do that, wasn't it?
Yeah. I have a bit of a flair for it, as she'll spin her gun real quick, as I presume Saoirse gives it back.
Oh yeah, she handed it back pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I'm done now, thanks.
And Teresa is going to put her gun away and say, "I suppose that means we both have the trust. We all have the trust that we need."
Hey, Raya. I suppose it does. She's still a bit beside herself with the whole gun thing. Like,
You do notice that Alana, after pulling that trigger, looks more confident.
Oh, really? All right. All right. As Teresa will say, we'll have a lot to discuss. And I'll be seeing a lot more of you guys. Well, I'm probably going to be living together. And we will be running together. So, yeah.
Hey?
that we will. She's now relaxed and is beaming pretty much. Like,
Is there a pack link?
We didn't have one because we had insufficient totem points. But I think I think that's something we can work out once we start distributing totem points. However, I believe all that it takes is for us to formally accept you into the pack for you to get the totem bonus.
Sweet.
I'll have to run it past Bob right quick, but we should be good.
Alana will spend her 4 totem points immediately in Packlink and invade
Okay.
everybody's brain. You'll hear a soft humming. That's how you'll know it's open. Humming inside your head.
Oh, that's new. Well, no, it's not new. It's just something I haven't felt in a long time.
Hey, happens when you have a strong pack. You tend to get inside of each other's head. And Alana's mouth isn't moving as you hear these words. Both of you.
All right, Teresa.
Saoirse's eyes are widened. She's like, she's kind of sending her thought back. Heard of this, but never experienced it before.
Teresa will ping through the pack like that and go, yeah, it's we were only able to experience it for a little bit before 2 of our number had left, but it was pretty awesome when we got to experience it.
She pings back. Makes working together a lot simpler. Work at the speed of thought instead of having to stop, figure out a way to communicate, especially if you're in a place where you can't really talk. Grand. And then there'll be a flood of some cat neon memes go through that she got from Unicorn's Boon in her head. Polka music that Olaf used to play in his head.
Mm-hmm.
And a warm feeling like an embrace.
She's hugging us with her mind. Saoirse will send that feeling back.
Yep, we'll also send that back.
Is there anything else, Raya?
No, that was it.
So I guess I should ask, is Kumba officially your beta, or have you actually taken a beta?
Haven't actually taken a beta yet. It's something we can work out as the nights go along.
Alright. That means we can. That means we can fly. Nalana's gonna try and like float up some off the ground.
Yup, it's happening.
Oh wow, that's.
Oh yeah, Saoirse does the same thing. She's like, oh yeah.
When we first did that, yeah, it was a lot of fucking around.
Oh, it's nice not to be the one being carried like this. Oh. Thank you, Public Enemy.
Hey, anytime, guys. I trust you too, quite a bit. And
Warm, happy feelings.
I've needed I've needed some more proper people to run with. Or fly with, in our case.
Oh, I just thought of something. That's horrible. I'll try to keep it to myself. It's kind of a good thing we don't have wings.
Curiosity, strong curiosity, send through the pack link. Like, out with it. Nope.
Well, I know I have at least one person with who needs a deed name. And I just had this brilliant idea. You know, if we actually had wings, you know, with their fur being so red, we could call her Red Wings.
Nay. You are horrible. Finding Tempest.
I warned you.
But she's still laughing. Like, she's not really offended by it, but.
Teresa's kind of sitting there smiling, almost like a mom watching her children play with a new toy.
I mean, that's essentially what we're doing. We're playing with the pack link, we're flying around.
Is there anything else we want to do?
No, that's it.
Then I think we can go ahead and end this scene. Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, viewers, for watching. Good night.